Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a speedrun of the Count Harebourg dungeon. It's going to be a speedrun of the entire dungeon, not just the boss room, and it's just an activity that I've been enjoying doing. It's something that I used to do, and currently I don't have any big in-game plans or anything. I kind of just play when I have time, and this is something I used to enjoy. I'm currently enjoying it still. I was introduced to this particular activity by a friend who can do this quite a bit faster than me, I'm not going to lie, but I'll tell you a little bit about why Count Harebourg Dungeon, and then we'll do a run together and just see how it goes. So Count Harebourg Dungeon is pretty fun to do because all the mobs have negative resistance in some element. So in my particular team, Panda, Ilio, Io, Inaripsa, I have one character that covers each of the elements, chance, agility, strength, int, respectively. So you can end up doing pretty big damages, which is always cool to see. And then the other thing is a lot of the mobs have like secondary effects. Main one being, for example, Bubatron, if you hit it at range, ends up reflecting damage to the cells adjacent to it, which if you set stuff up correctly, can end up really making the turns a lot faster or the fights a lot faster. So incentivizes you to optimize stuff, which is always cool. So you want to play positionally, you want to play smart. Now, I will be honest, I have ran this quite a few times, so sometimes I'm familiar with specific positions and where mobs will go, so that does help for sure, but that's not really the idea. The idea is more so about thinking fast and being quick on your feet. Now, one thing about the speedrun that I'm not going to be doing, typically, I mean, if you want to be a speedrun purist, let's say, the timer, if you were timing yourself, would start as soon as you enter the first fight and would end as soon as you beat the boss. That means that the in-between rooms would count. And that's important because that means you also have to optimize your turns for heals and that sort of thing. So I'm not there yet, okay? So currently what I try and optimize for is individual room time. I'm not really trying to optimize the entire run per se. I feel like that's a bit difficult. I have a hard time starting fights quickly. I feel like it takes me such a long time between like when a fight ends to actually get my positioning, get everyone healed, and start the next fight. But that is something that's lacking on my part, right? That's like my own fault for not being able to optimize the turns well enough to keep the characters healed. But I will try, and we'll see how it goes. So here we have a setup. I'll quickly talk you through during the preparation phase like this, what my general plan for this room is going to be. So for this room with the two Bubatrons, they're both very heavy negative strength res. So the idea is going to be kill Treadfast and Cycloid turn 1, and turn 2 set it up such that the IOP can blitz Bubatron, both of them, through Iliotrope portals. And the benefit's going to be if I line them up side by side, then whenever I do damage on them, they reflect it to each other. So it'll allow me to clear both of them surprisingly fast. So let's see how this goes. If I can get it to work, you guys will see, and it's pretty cool. So tread fast first, negative chance res. So that's why my panda's here in front of it. And then we have this guy. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to Conjuration. I know I want a Conjuration because I know that with my IOP, I want to Jump Wrath. And hopefully that kills it, so that's good. Okay, a little laggy. Hopefully that doesn't add to the time, but I think it will. And then we're going to hit... Oh, shit. Tread fast. So I think he got the effect from the Bubatron, which is cool. So we're going to do that. We're going to push him, and we're going to come here and do that. Iliotrope is going to just put a portal here and pass. IOP comes here. Boom, boom. And should blitz them both. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know why it keeps lagging. Is anyone not in creature mode? Okay. So I don't know what that did for the fight time. 58 seconds. I feel like I played faster than it would have been, but it just kept lagging, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But as you can see, by lining up the Bubatrons at the for the IOP's turn, you end up doing crazy damage because of their negative strength res and the fact that they reflect damage to the cells adjacent to them. Again, I do feel like this was a bit faster than 58 seconds, but still under a minute for this room. Most people, you know, if they're just doing an average run, this room would probably take between 3 to 5 minutes, so it's pretty cool to do it in under a minute. An average time for me would probably be somewhere around 50 seconds for the first room. Let's go to the second. So you can see here my initiative is all out of whack because I took damage. So the main reason I took damage there was because of the tread fast taking or piggybacking off of the the Bubutron's like swap mechanic. Typically that doesn't happen, I would say, but I guess it did, and that's what I'm saying. So even though I'm familiar with some of the setups, they don't always go exactly the same way. So here we have two Treadfasts, which have negative chance res. So I'm getting ready to throw them next to each other with my, with my Panda. Just trying to focus on positioning here. So one thing with this is Nocturnal has 3 MP, so I don't want to be in this line where he'll be able to attract himself. So yeah, so I know Panda turn 1, I'm going to pick him up, throw him, and then hit them both with a Melancholy Wave. So let's do that. And then with my with my Iliotrope, we're just going to go for a Cycloid. And if I do redistribution or distribution, I forget what it's called, it allows me to heal around where I hit, which is always cool. So that way it helps me finish fights with full HP if I've taken damage. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, just die. And let's do a Leak Pie there. So I was a bit slow. I honestly, it might have been even more worth it for me just to pass instead of Leak Pie, but it is what it is. Let's do this. And try and get out of the line. Panda hopefully can finish these two. For some reason, they finished in line to each other. Ah, that's unfortunate. Actually, I could probably just release, come here, and hopefully this finishes. Crit, 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 come on. Ah, damn it. Okay, so let's just go here and finish these guys, and then set up the two of them here. Actually, let's just get Interrupted to kill, because the Nocturnal has negative int res, so it can sometimes be sometimes be better for the interrupt set to kill instead of just doing damage with the IOP. Sorry, I stuttered quite a bit there. It can be difficult if I'm really focused on my turns and I'm trying to play fast, and I'm also talking in the meanwhile. Yeah, this one took over a minute. Again, I would say that was a little bit on the slower side, but I could just keep saying this. Yeah, no, actually, bro, usually it takes me like 10 seconds left. I don't know what's going on this time, but yeah, so I do honestly mean usually I am a couple seconds faster. It's not like I'm double time or whatever. Okay, anyways, so this third room, this is the one usually I struggle with the most. The Sinistrofus are quite annoying. They also don't necessarily have a negative resistance to any of my direct hit elements. They have negative neutral, but they do this thing where they take double damage and go invisible. I think it's like on odd turns they have that effect or something like that. But even, sounds good in practice, but sometimes this doesn't work out. But I feel like that's more my fault than anything. So let's just see how this goes. Okay, so what do we got? Where are our mobs? So we have Nocturnal here, Cycloid here. Sinistrophus are always packed together. So what we're going to do is try and kill the Nocturnal and the Cycloid on turn 1. Oops, let's remove that. And that we're going to do that just by lining them up and trying to hit them through portals, kind of just normally, I suppose. All right, let's see that. Just going to rush in. We're going to do this. Boom, boom. Hit them both. Iliotrope, we're going to come. Don't lock me. Cool. We're going to come here like this. And then move out the way. The IOP's just going to do double Sword of IOP, and then I guess power double Sword of IOP because they removed an MP. Usually I leave enough AP to move to the side and do a pressure, which is typically helpful. So who was the one that hit me? It's him. Okay, let's do that. So you see how now they're invisible? This is just going to be annoying. Okay, he's here, and yeah, now he's invisible, and I just have to wait, which is just ridiculous. It really kills my speed, but it is what it is. And that's on me. Okay, so let's go here. Try kill him. Doesn't die. And so the Iliotrope will have to kill. Oh, stole my MP. All right, let's go here. So I think this was like a minute 5 if I had to guess off the top of my head. Oh, damn. See, I have a good mental counter. I've just done this quite a few times. Yeah, bro, again, that one was a little bit slower than usual. No, I'll be honest, for that room, I think that was about average. I do always tend to have a little bit of a hard time with this room. Now, this room sometimes can be hit or miss. I find sometimes I can do it really quickly. Sometimes I have a little bit more of a hard time. But on average, I would say I do it at a decent pace. So let's see. The positioning doesn't really matter. It always kind of comes out to the same thing. But let's just line up here. Boom. So what do we got? Again, tread fast on the map. The Panda, when there's a tread fast, he'll always go rush the tread fast. Then we got Heliotrope here. Oh, let's go like that. Okay, let's see. Boom. Oh, that actually works out well. Believe it or not, that was not fully intentional, but it ended up lining up quite nicely. Okay, and then Inaripsa comes here. Boom, boom. Okay, nobody dies. That's unfortunate. I feel like usually I do kill some, but let's make sure we kill the one who plays next and then hit the tread fast as planned, which ends up lowering everyone's HP. That's always great. Come on, bro, pass. And you can kill him like that. Nope, you can't because you suck. Die. You go ahead. Boom. IOP, let's just jump here. And Wrath. Inaripsa. Release. Let's push him once and do this. Cool. So I feel like, again, that was like a minute 5-ish, but minute 14. Wow, that was even slower. Damn, that was pretty bad. Wow, I'm showing you guys the worst run, huh? Okay, so I think on average, we probably have averaged slightly over a minute so far. So if I was timing this from start to finish and trying to play quickly, we could say hypothetically I'd be at like the 5-minute-ish mark, maybe slightly over at this point with including in between rooms and all that. And then let's see how long the boss room takes us. Okay, so I did just have to cut the fight, and it's because I ended up accidentally misclicking. I don't even know how this happened, but on the panda, at the start of my turn, I accidentally clicked to sell when he was locked, and he just lost all his AP and MP, and he was on a crucial turn, which just ruined the entire fight. Like, I could have still won, but for the speed of the fight, it was terrible. So we're just going to redo it, which, you know, in speedrun purist language means I suck. But anyhow, that's besides the point. So what do we got here? I know generally what I want to do in this room, which is kill Cycloid turn 1, Bubitron turn 2, 3, and 4. Of course, count you want to kill on an even turn. So let's do this. Who's not in creature mode? This guy. Yeah, you want to kill count on even turn, and turn 4 lines up with Wrath if I do Wrath turn 1. So the idea is IOP on his first turn does Wrath, and then on turn 4, you land the charged Wrath on the count, and you end up killing it through that, and ideally through Illutrope portals and all that. So let's see how we do. Again, Cycloid is our first target, so let's go. Yeah, sorry about the cut. Like, obviously, I try and not do that, but it was a misclick. So I know I'm going to have clockwise rotation because my characters are full HP, so we're going to start there. We're going to boost. Okay, we're going to do this. And with this positioning, I know Cycloid's going to end up here as well. So that's another thing that I know. We're going to do this. Boom, boom. Boost accumulations. So that turn 2, I can hopefully land accumulations on the Bubitron, which is cool. So we're going to do this. At this point, my panda wants to come and kill the Cycloid. So let's try that. Boom, boom. Okay, pass. Okay, and so here's the turn where I need to set up my IOP to kill the... So what did I have? Was it clockwise? Jesus. Okay, so we do that. Okay, and then we come here anti-clockwise. So we do boom, boom, boom. Okay, and I think that kills it, but I'm lagging for some reason. Okay, so we killed it. Great, run back. Now we want to try kill the Nocturnal, so let's do it. So again, turn 3, try kill Nocturnal. Turn 4, we're going to try and kill count. So it's turn 3. Let's move this guy. And that's pretty tough to read. So what is that? Dark cells, that should be here. And that should be a light cell. Okay, so he's going to run forward. Iliotrope. Jesus. IOP, let's go here and... Damn it, I'm playing way too slow. And I know I need to power up on this turn. And let's do it. Let's release. And try create a situation where the panda will be able to unlock the boss a little bit more easily. So what do we have? 180, that's typically the easiest one. So we're going to do this, pick him up, drop him here, boom, 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 do that. Then with this guy, we come here. So that should be right. Do this and conjuration, and then the IOP runs up, and wrath and precipitation. So boom. Oh, fuck, I can't precipitate. It's okay. Interrupts has got this. What do we got? 180. I guess I must have had some AP reduce. Okay, cool. That felt like a decent-ish run. So was that 247? Okay, that's not bad. I think the best I've done so far from memory is around 230. Again, always with the best off camera, right? It's like those Minecraft YouTubers who are like, yeah, so I did a little mining off camera, and they come back with their stacks of diamonds. So anyways, so that was it. 247 rooms, about 1 minute on average. If we add up like the actual room's total time, so it comes out to around 7 minutes. And then if we add another minute for how long it would take me in between plus healing, it's about 8 minutes for the entire run, which I think is pretty good. A lot of people take, somewhere around 15-20 minutes just for the boss room. So it's nice. If you guys want to try this, it can be fun, but it's not necessarily rewarding, especially since they removed idols. It used to be the case that on the boss fight with idols, which again, the premise doesn't really change too much. I guess like in this fight, some things would have changed, but generally you can work around the previous idols with the Yashes and all that and just try and hit differently and be a little smart. It could add maybe 10 seconds, but you would drop full resources, which would make the dungeon run worth it. But in this case, each key costs about 60,000 kamas to craft, and I think I did get pretty lucky with dropping 2 of these. Typically I drop 0, I'm not going to lie, because it's more likely for me not to drop it than to drop it. And so yeah, so typically I drop none, which makes this a comma net negative activity. So really don't do this unless just for fun. I have the commas, and honestly I don't really care about wasting the money. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you end up trying this for yourself, you can always DM me on Discord. Let me know how it goes. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll see you in 2 years. You never know with me. All right, take care. Bye.